So yesterday I watched a movie. Last night. You know, like watching movies. So I watched a movie called Outbreak. And this is apparently from 1995. And so I watched this movie yesterday, last night. And first of all, it's not bad. It's not a bad movie. But, you know, obviously, I'm watching this movie in the context, you know, of living throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. And the way that the movie portrays, like, the higher-ups that are just making the decisions is really good. Right? Like, you know, of course the higher-ups, they don't give a shit about the dangers. All they care about are making sure that they don't get reprimanded by whoever their boss is. And then that guy just want to make sure that they don't get reprimanded by whoever their boss is. And it's an infinite chain of bosses that are telling their subordinates to do some fucked up shit, and then no one is ever held accountable, ever. Right? And so this movie exemplifies that in a really good way. I will watch Contagion. It's on my list. The reason I watched this last night is because it's on the Leaving Today section of HBO. So it's no longer on HBO because yesterday was the last day it was available, and I was like, I'm interested, so let's just watch it now while I have access. But anyway, so, you know, the movie starts, you know, in the 1960s. They discover a virus somewhere. They take the virus, and then they bomb the whole village. Great stuff. And then apparently the virus comes back in another village in present day, right? And then they go and, like, check out this virus, and it's like, whoa, that's some crazy shit. And then, you know, they find out that the government has basically been creating it as a super weapon and testing it on these African villages because, you know, why not? You got a deadly bioweapon? Let's just kill a bunch of black people with it. You know, no one's going to care. Right? You know, very accurately portrayed by the U.S. government. That's the kind of shit the U.S. government would do. And that's something I like about this movie, is the U.S. government is portrayed as the bad guy. Every step of the way, the government is the bad guy. And that's what I like about this movie, because it's true. It's true. Like, at the end of the movie, spoiler alert, the president authorizes, like, Operation Clean Sweep, where they're going to drop a fucking bomb on an American city and kill, like, 3,000 Americans. And then there is this one scene where they're at, like, the cabinet meeting. And, like, the chief of staff is like, so, y'all want me to bomb this fucking whole thing? Well, and then they whip out the Constitution. I have read this Constitution front to back like 20 times, and nowhere in this Constitution does it say that we can bomb 3,000 American civilians. But if we were to bomb 3,000 American civilians, everyone's got to be with us on this. So I love it. Like, they acknowledge that it's evil, and that's so good. That's so good, because that's exactly... Like, in a situation, if we had a virus that was similar to the one in the movie, I guarantee you, Joe Biden presses the button. Donald Trump presses 2 buttons. Bomb another city just for fun, right? And I love how, like, one of the I don't know who it is, but, like, the main bad guy is, like, one of the higher-up generals or whatever. Maybe it's the defense secretary. It's unclear to me. He's spreading the lie that the one doctor who, like, has, like, the antidote or whatever, because they develop an antidote very quickly, you know, because it's a movie, whatever, you got to do it in 2 hours. And so he's, like, lying, oh, this guy's a carrier of the virus, we got to go hunt him down and kill him. You know, like, the scene where they're doing the helicopter chases, I was so into the helicopter chases. I was like, ooh, there they go. And then they were like, woo! Like, the helicopter chases, that was fun. This movie was fun to watch. I'm not going to lie. It was very fun to watch. I don't care about the accuracy of the science. You know, it's a movie. Right? But it's like, the one thing that is inaccurate about this movie is that the U.S. government would care about a virus. But maybe the U.S. government would care about a virus if it had like a 100% death rate. Like the virus in the movie has a 100% death rate. So it's like, I don't know, maybe they would care. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But anyway, I thought this movie was pretty good. It's, watching it in the context of the COVID-19 pandemic is definitely interesting. And, I've seen a couple of these pandemic movies, and I still got a couple of them that I need to watch. Everyone in the chat loves to mention Contagion. But I'll get to it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this is definitely fun to watch. It's 2 hours, Thought it was pretty decent. I love the one scene in the movie theater. And then, like, the main scientist, like, realizes that it's airborne. And he's like, it's airborne! Oh, so good. So good. Anyway, Outbreak. Not bad. A lot of realism to it. Like, the U.S. government always being the bad guy. A lot of realism there. Scientists always get ignored and never get listened to. And then the other thing about this movie is that everyone who gets infected or bit or whatever, they lie about it. Like, even the scientists who know not to lie and know how bad know how bad the consequences are, everyone lies. Everyone lies all the time. Oh, whoa. I forgot to mention the one scene, right? The one scene where, like, the motherfuckers in the cars make a break for it and try to get out of the lockdown of the city, and they got, like, a truck, and some guy is shooting at the police helicopters with a rifle. Though, where are the Second Amendment people in the real world? That was, like, extremely unrealistic. You're telling me, because, I don't know, they looked like a Republican. I'm stereotyping. They had a truck. They had, mustaches, and trucker caps and wearing flannel. I'm just stereotyping. They could have been Democrats. I don't know. But they had guns and they were shooting at the cops. And I'm just saying, that would never happen. You would never see a Republican actually use their weapon against police. But that was fun to watch. I gotta be honest, it was fun to watch. So anyway, there you go. Outbreak.